Were you outrageous as a child?
No.
No.
I was a very shy child. Mid.
It may just be a coincidence, but all three of the people we're talking with tonight are children of divorce and have been seriously affected by the divorce. Do you think it's an accident that so many performers, it seems, are children of divorce?
Probably not. It's that craving for attention, that wanting to be accepted by both parties, and it's a traumatic thing, divorce for kids. I actually wanted my parents to get divorced because I couldn't stand all the rows going on. Oh, for God's sake! But their rows affected me, and then the atmosphere in the house affected me. You know, I thought that I had a lot of resentment against my father. I was frightened of my father as a kid. And all that fear and intimidation, I used to tremble when he came home. The only thing I seemed to get accepted for was playing the piano and singing. I mean, I would go out and it was easy for me to get recognition in front of 20,000 people. I loved it. But then I used to come home and I was left with me again.
Yeah.
And that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough.
Then in the 80s, when everything, at least superficially, fell apart, in the 80s you got married.
Mm.
Did you get married to prove that you were not gay?
No, I got married because I didn't confront the real problem in my life, was that I was a drug addict. I thought getting married would change all the unhappiness that the drug addiction brought me. And of course I got married to a wonderful woman who loved me very much. And I loved her, but not in not in the obviously, in the physical sense. And I thought it would change it. I thought, this will change my life. I'll now become happy. But the problem was that when I got married, I still stuck cocaine up my nose. I still drank a bottle of scotch a day. Nothing changed.
Cocaine and scotch, and I heard like 10 martinis a day. Is that possible?
10 martinis in half an hour. I mean...
How could you get out on that stage? Why didn't you walk out and flop over that piano or electric keyboard? Or how did you walk out?
I don't know. I have a very strong constitution.
Boy, you...
Yeah, I have a very strong constitution and a very stubborn streak.
So you were really... Stoned is the mildest word one could use.
Yeah, I mean, I was on the planet whenever, I was on my own planet, I think. In fact, the only tangible thing that I had left in my life was my career. It's the only thing I hadn't destroyed. I destroyed my relationship with my family, with my friends, and the only thing I hadn't destroyed was my career, and it was still there, and I hated the fact that it was still there.
Did you cancel engagements?
I cancelled Christmas, I cancelled everything. I cancelled, you know, if you'd have done this, you said when you walked in this room, we were supposed to do this 9 years ago.
Yes.
You'd have come all the way here, you'd have set up in this room, I would have been upstairs in the bedroom, and I would have said, no, I'm not coming down.
You talked about the day it changed with someone you cared about. It's an awful big, you know, change in one day.
Somebody that I was in a relationship with from America, he said that I was a drug addict, that I was an alcoholic, that I was bulimic, I was a liar, that I was totally... I mean, he didn't leave anything... I mean, it was the whole works. And I sat there and I was trembling and I cried, and he cried because he thought that I would just walk out, storm out the room, which was my normal behaviour for someone saying that to me. And I was so relieved, and I said, yeah, you're right. I'll go, I'll get help. And that's, since then, my life has gotten back. I've started living again.
Are you comfortable now with your sexuality or with your homosexuality?
Yes.
Do you consider yourself bisexual?
No.
You consider yourself homosexual?
Yeah. I've tried it all, and I have a lot of great female friends. But if I'm to be totally truthful, I'm a homosexual man.
Are you in love now?
Yeah, I am.
Can you tell us anything about him?
Well, I only that he's fantastic and has a career of his own, which is very important. I've made a lot of mistakes before.
This is not, the person now is not the person who confronted you and
no,
turned
I'm
you
being
around.
secretive about it because I want to protect him and I want to protect us. And, but I'm exceedingly happy with him. And I found someone who wants to be with me forever, who's committed. And I never really found that before.